Welcome to the Attitudeshield podcast, the true mental operating script rewriting program designed for those looking for a change from within. No more hype or sugar-coated promises. This is to-the-point guidance on how to change the way we think to grab the life we always wanted. Are you ready for the change? Now your host, David L. Parker.
Good morning. Welcome to the latest episode of Attitudeshield, your mind rewriting, operating the script program. I am David L. Parker. I'm trying to get my notes here ready for this morning. And you know what we're here to do? We're here to fix the way we look at things. We're here to fix the way we talk about things, because remember, you're never going to talk to anybody more than you talk to yourself. So you better learn how to say the right thing, right? Because if you don't, well, you're just going to have these terrible conversations that just suck. And you're never going to find the peace that you're looking for. You're never going to find the happiness you're looking for. You're never going to find anything. You're just going to be pain in the butt. Now, people are always saying to me, well, what kind of comment is that? Pain in the butt. What do you mean? Listen, if the operating script, or the way you thought about things, if the way you did things, the way you looked at things right now could take you to the success that you're searching for, whether that's like what Eric and I talk about tomorrow with happiness or satisfaction or anything, your operating script already would have. You would be there. You'd be enjoying it. You'd be doing it. But since you're not, you're not. And when you can't because you don't when you don't. Now, right now you're saying, what in the world does that mean? It was like a good morning shake. What I'm trying to tell you is, part of the reason you don't have what it is you want to have, you're not where you want to be, is because your operating script hasn't been upgraded enough. See, there's some magnificent people out there. You know what I call the Tony Robbins crew. Dean Grazio, Mark C. Maxwell, Franklin Covey, Grant Cardone, all those fabulous human beings. Mel Robbins, she's incredible. Anyway, they're talking about, upgrading your script. They're upgrading everything that you're thinking about to like way up here. And maybe we're not quite there. So we try to take what they say and we try to imply it and put it into what we're doing. And the challenge that we have here is it's just too far away from where we're at. You know what I mean? It's like learning how to be a fast sprinter. You know what? I don't know shit about how to coach sprinters. So let's go right now how to go. You want to be a good quarterback. So instead of learning how to do a 3, 5, and 7 step drop, instead of understanding the windows of passing opportunity that'll be designed by your line, instead of learning how to read a cover 2 versus a cover 1, instead of working with your receivers to run what I call rub routes, where they go where the defense isn't, you're just a guy that stands back there in a shotgun, takes snaps, and throws the ball. That's what you are. So when you look at some of these other things, what I'm trying to do is help you fill in the gaps between where you are now and where you want to be, and you want to be able to implement what they do. Again, it's like the difference between being a Pop Warner and professional. I help you fill in that high school and college level stuff, and they're the professionals. Because it just doesn't work that way. I don't care what anybody says. They can argue all they want. You can read every self-help book on the planet, and yes, it will impact you and it will change you. But you have to learn how to change what you say and what you think. I mean, what is the number? 75,000 random thoughts a day run through your mind. Somewhere around that number. 75,000 thoughts run through your mind. And if you don't control them, they control you. Listen, you're controlled by what you think. End of freaking story. Don't care what you got to say. Stuff it. That's it. But I don't want to talk about 75,000 thoughts today. I want to talk about not waiting for when. Not waiting for when. Too many people. I did it. David L. Parker did this. And I don't do it no more. None. Nada. Zero. I don't do it. I don't wait anymore. Hey, by the way, good morning. If you're a big fan of the show and you want to support it, why don't you buy me a cup of coffee? Go down in the description, hit the link, click buy me a cup of coffee /Attitudeshield, and the company there will buy me a cup of coffee and goes to help do the things we're doing. And share this on your social media. Give it out to your friends. Spread it around. Share YouTube videos. Let's make one go viral, shall we? Let's not wait for when. Let's do it now. Go ahead while you're listening to me. Go down there, click that link, buy me a cup of coffee. Show me you're ready for not waiting for when. All right, so let's talk about what I mean by that. Again, in tomorrow's episode with Eric Jackson, we're going to talk about waiting for when. But to me, it's too important. It's so important that we get this technique down. It's so important that we change our mindset on this right now, this very freaking minute, that I can't wait for tomorrow's episode with Eric. Got to do it now. Waiting for when? No. Too many people sit around and they go, I'm going to go on that vacation when I'm fill in the blank. I'm going to take that trip when I fill in the blank. I'm going to move to that location, fill in the blank. I'm going to fill in the blank. I'm going to fill the blank. It's always something has to happen first. When I get to this point, when I get to this place, when I get to this time, when I get to this thing, when I get to this, when I get to this, when I get to this, then I'll do that. Wrong, 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 wrong. I know there's some people out there right now that want to do a podcast. They want to do a YouTube channel. You're looking at a guy who's been doing it for a few years. I started on my phone, a Samsung phone, and my very first time I did anything was out in the driveway at my house in Colorado Springs. And it was so bad that when I look at it today, I go, what the is that? But if you have a great idea, you got to let nothing stop you from bringing it to life. Nothing. No waiting for when. When you have an awesome, amazing idea, it's time to bring it out. People need that idea. People need what you have. Don't wait for what you don't have. Use what you have. Do you have to have this cool mic? Do you have to have the mixing board behind me? Do you have to have this computer that can hack NASA? Begin now, and what you don't even expect will come alongside with excess of what you expect. Listen, it's the truth. Don't wait. Just get started with what you have, and as you move forward, things are going to come along to keep you going. That's just the way it is. You don't need to don't wait to be compelled to do great work. Right now, there's this movement. I see it all the time. It's been going on for a couple of months. For a couple of years, and it's been getting worse and worse and worse. And some of the billionaires out there make it worse. They've got on this hype about where all the employers, all the people with businesses are bad, but all the employees are good. And that all the employees are supposed to be treated with this wonderful high level of respect and bow down and kowtow, even though they didn't start a business, they didn't bring anything to society. Right? I'm not downing employees. What I'm trying to say to you is they have to be motivated. Can you find how to motivate and build teamwork for your team so they will be compelled to do good work? What the freak is that about? You don't have to be compelled. Don't wait to be compelled. There's nothing wrong with doing great work now. You know what? You and me weren't born with a silver spoon in your mouth. You weren't born with a silver spoon. I'm the oldest of 7. I got hand-me-down clothes. I tilled our garden out back with a damn shovel, right? And then we planted the garden, and in the summer, my mother would can a lot of this stuff, and what she didn't can, I took door to door in a wagon to make money for the family, and you know what? But I'll tell you what, I wasn't born with a silver spoon, but I do have a golden spoon in my hand. I'm going to use it to feed myself. You have a golden spoon in your hand. I don't care where you are listening to this. I don't care about your education. I don't care about your experience. I mean, I do care because your mess, your challenges, your problems are your message to help other people so they don't have to go through what you went through. But the point of it is, it doesn't matter where you come from. You have a golden spoon in your hand. Now use it to feed your damn self. Don't wait for when. I guarantee the next Joe Rogan podcaster is listening to the show. She and or he doesn't even know it, but they're not letting it come out. Really, they never do. Now, quitters don't gain what they have started working on. Waiters don't start what they could have gained. There's a common failure. In other words, quitters don't get anything, and waiters lose it all. You know, I always love the thing about the grass is greener. By what? By magic? The grass is greener on the other side. Why? Is there some kind of magic? Or is somebody doing more work over there? Is somebody not waiting for when and getting after it? Is somebody, like, you know, we moved to the Black Hills. You can probably see out the windows behind me, and I have trees everywhere, 5+ acres of property that the Lord blessed me with, and was able to buy here with this amazing house, and I've been watching the grass grow and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow, and you know, wow! I live in the forest, and there's a lot of grass here. But I was waiting for when on the lawnmower to have this thing that I try to do. I try not to get into debt. Now everybody has a couple of credit. Maybe not everybody. Most people have a couple of credit cards, and I do use one, but I try to pay it off every single month. I don't like to have a balance carried over. But I try not to make purchases that I can make with cash, with credit. So I've been waiting on a couple of accounts receivables owed to me for some stuff I've done, for some coaching and some talks and some things like that, to buy this riding lawnmower. Now, we're not talking one of those little, you know, John Deere in your backyard snapper ones. I need like a 52-inch or whatever it's called, 42-inch blade, you know, 0-point Club Cadet thing, and they're like $4,000. And I was waiting for when I could afford it. Now you're saying to yourself, oh, what'd you do? Go put it on a credit card? No. I literally went to one of my amazing neighbors and said, hey, what do you say? And he said, use it anytime you need to. So while I'm waiting for the moment for me to buy one, I'm not waiting for the moment for me to do something. And, you know, that comes from one of my favorite words on the planet is entrepreneurship. S-H-I-P. Entrepreneurship. Right? Sort of like American. I'm an American. Well, that's spelled American, not Americant. Entrepreneurship. It's not entrepreneurial stay or entrepreneurial don't or entrepreneurial wait. It's entrepreneurship. Don't wait. Set sail. Get some wind in your stuff. You got to blow it yourself, blow the wind in that sail and get going. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Why are we always waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect presentation, the perfect amount of money, the perfect place, the perfect camera, the perfect. There's no such thing as all these perfects. There's just no such thing as all these perfects. It's just time to go. It's not any, stop waiting. Holy mackerel. So every Christmas, now for a while, I have written myself a letter. And I talk about where I am in my life, what I hope to accomplish in the next year, my targets. I talk about projects. I lay it out where I'm at. December, January, I write this letter. And then what I do is I put it in the Christmas decorations. And it sits there for a year. And then next Christmas, I pull it out. And I leave it on the mantle until Christmas morning. And then I read it. And I take a look at where I'm at. And every single time I've done this, waiting for when has been a problem. As a matter of fact, here's a dumb one. For me, this is dumb David stuff, okay? Now, David's not a dumb, but this was a dumb thing. Because you ain't a dumb, and neither am I. Gum for dumb. The water softener in our house in Colorado Springs. pipe busted and did some water damage in our basement. And this water company came in and ripped us off something fierce. Now, how do I know that? Well, a year later, I was running one for a few months to see what it was like. Because yes, I'm weird. I will go and actually get a job doing something in a field that I want to know something about and see what it's like to learn about it. Because I'm one of those people who likes to do things, right? So anywho, they took out the pad, and which they didn't need to do. And this whole thing could have been done with ease, but they wanted to charge me $5,000 for a $1,000 job, maybe $2,000. But hey, this company is known for that there. Anywho, and that was just to get the water out. That was just, and they didn't have to pull up the carpets, but they did. And they didn't have to take out all the freaking pad, but they did. I mean, we're talking a class 1 water, class 2 at the worst, right? Well, what is class 2? Coffee's class 2. Don't get suckered by water treatment companies. Anyway, water restoration companies, excuse me. Anywho, they wanted another $3,000 to lay pad back down and put my carpet back down. And I'm like, you can go pound sand. Anywho, it was part of the housing projects, and I never got around to it. Wait, here it comes. For 2 years. As a matter of fact, I'm reading this letter. Now, I fixed it now. We finished the basement. I fixed the carpet. Yada, yada, blah, blah. The point of it is in my letter, it said, is the carpet fixed yet? Because I've been waiting so long. Listen, don't wait longer. There's always a right time for action in this now. Right now, there's always a right time. Behold, don't wait, just go. Ready, start. Ready, start. Come on. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. You know, well, I like this one right here. The iron may not be hot early. If you want to wait for it to get heated, it will get hot if you strike it hardly. Strike it now. I believe that. Strike now. Strike now. Do not wait. I have to wait. My plan isn't completely perfect. I don't know I'm going to do this thing and that thing and the other thing. You know, I'm fired up. That's why I keep on moving, and sitting like this talking is hard. It's easier to be on stage or in a convention room talking to people, coming across and explaining what I'm talking about. Nothing is hard. Nothing is hard. Nothing is hard until you tell yourself it is. Nothing's hard until you tell yourself it is. Nothing. So stop telling yourself that. Nothing's in your way. Nothing's in your way to get started. Stop waiting for when. But it is if you tell yourself it's not the right time. See, this is all, this waiting for when, taking action and getting moving and getting off your butt and getting in the fight, get your tuchus off, get off your tuchus, put it on the hookus and make a ruckus in the world. It's one of my older sayings from 5 years ago. Get up and cause a problem. Get up and cause some mayhem. Get up and cause some chaos in your own life and watch what comes out of it. Nothing happens if you don't take action. Nothing. And if you keep telling yourself something's hard or it's going to take too long or I can't do it very good, or you're right. I want to drop like 47 cuss words right now to tell you how freaking right you are. And then ask you to knock it the beep off. Why in the frickety frackety frick are you telling yourself something's hard? Act now on the big ideas. Whoa, it's not when Michael over the place. Act now. Because when you begin, you win. When you start, you go. When you grow, you go, you grow. When you get going, things start showing. I mean, there's 1,000 rhymes and rhythms and, I don't know, cliches, if you will. I know for a fact that the fastest way to get what you want in your life is to drop the false bullshit that says you can't. or the false crap that says you have to wait in order to have it. Wait for what? Waiting for when? I'm waiting for when I am fill in the blank successful. I'm waiting for when I am wealthy. Well, do you even know what that means? Have you decided what wealthy for you means? Have you decided what some money that you want means? What have you decided? Have you made a decision? Have you at least started that far? Gosh dang it, get off your butt. Do something. You have some dreams. You have some amazing dreams. You have some potential that you can't even begin to understand. I've told you 1,000 times, 7.8 billion people on the planet, and there's only one you, and there's never been another you, and there's never been anybody like you, and there's never been ever going to be anybody like you, and there's something about you that everybody else needs to know. Why can't you get off your butt and find out? Why can't you stop waiting for when I'm going to do something when I fill in the blank? Bullshit. Get off your butt. Do it now. Make a decision. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Stop waiting for when. If you wait for when, it's going to pass you by. Don't wait for when. Talk to you next time.
You've been listening to Attitudeshield, your double dose of espresso for your attitude. Check us out on Facebook and on the web at www.attitudeshield.com. Again, thanks for spending this time with us. Between now and when we talk again, keep those shields up, eyes on the target, and always be moving towards your dreams.